Hey guys, this is Owen with Seek Outside. So today I'm going to be going over our Cimarron line of tents. We have 3 different versions, all with different characteristics, and I'm going to go over some accessories as well as some specs with them. So let's get to it. The first tent we have here is our standard Cimarron. So this tent, it comes in about 3 pounds 7 ounces with stakes and a carbon pole. It also is a 2-door shelter, uses our normal stakeout loops. Kind of a pyramid shape. It's a good shelter for 4 people without a stove and 2 people with a stove. It's great for backpacking, great for hunting, whatever you may want to do with it. This is the go-to tent. Another option we have is the Cimarron Light. It comes in this awesome sage color. So the difference here is the Cimarron Light is a single door shelter rather than the 2-door like the Cimarron. The Cimarron Light also uses line lock and cordage stakeout loops, so you're going to tie to your stakes rather than put them through our standard stakeout loops. What this allows you to do is it allows you to raise your tent off the ground in the summer to help with condensation, ventilate it really well, and then in the winter it allows you to bring it down and use it as a hot tent. So this tent comes in at about 3 pounds 4 ounces, which is awesome, and that is with a carbon pole and some stakes. So the next tent we have is the Cimarron Ultralight. The Cimarron Ultralight comes in a different material than both the Cimarron and the Cimarron Light. As it is shaped and very similar to the Cimarron, it is most like the Cimarron Light, as in it's a single door shelter and uses line lock and cordage to tie out to the stakeout loops, allowing you to raise it in the summers and bring it down in the winters for when you're using a stove. So this tent comes in with carbon pole and some stakes at 2.2 pounds, which is awesome. Super light. It's great material. It does really well in the wind. It's super strong, super waterproof. So this is an awesome tent. Go to if you're an ultralight backpacker. So another great thing about the Cimarron is that since it's like 5'10", 6 foot tall, somewhere in that range, you can use trekking poles to set it up. We have this, it's called our trekking pole hitch, super small, comes out, I'll show you guys later on in the video, to attach these two together to get that height out and kind of give it some more rigidity. So this is a great way to save weight. You know, if you're already hiking with trekking poles and you can set your tent up with them, then you're going to save weight by not bringing this carbon pole. The carbon pole is super light, but this is just another way to count those ounces. Another accessory for the Cimarron is going to be the Cimarron half nest. Half nest is great if you're going to be out there in a buggy area, or if you're going to be around snakes. You don't want anything getting into where you're sleeping at. Weight comes in at about 26.5 ounces for the half nest. It's going to take out half your tent, and it's going to be an awesome accessory to keep all the critters away. So aside from the trekking pole hitch and the Cimarron half nest as well as the full nest, we also have some liners. Now what the liner is going to do is it's going to add some insulation as well as keep condensation away from you in the tent. So we have a half and a full liner. The half is going to come in at 10 ounces. The full liner is going to come in at 19. So it's not super heavy to add that protection from staying wet. It's super great, you know, if you live in a more moist place, condensation is a problem for you. The half is great. You sleep 2 people on the half side and then keep all your gear on the other side where you don't mind it getting as wet. It's an awesome addition to the tent, and I think it really helps if you have problems with condensation. Anyways, I think we should go get all these set up in the field and kind of show you how they work and what the space is like in them. So we're going to go do that right now, and I'll be right back with you. Hey guys, so we're actually out in the field right now. I have the Cimarron Light, and the Cimarron Ultralight all set up. We got a ton of different configurations, so I'm going to show you around those and just compare all the tents real quick. So let's check them out. Okay, so this is the standard Cimarron. So this is the 2-door. We got a stove jack in this one as well. So as you can see, I got both of these doors open for you. I got this liner right here. Essentially making it a double wall tent, protecting you from condensation. I have one side of it tucked away, but it goes from zipper to zipper. I got both the doors open to show you guys the doors. When I'm talking about the standard stakeout loops, come over here and take a look. It's just our super extra reinforced stakeout loop right there. It's super good for anything you could imagine putting in there, snow stakes all the way down to tiny little titanium stakes. So this one is kind of like the winter setup. What I have in here is the ultralight titanium stove. This is our large box stove. So we got a 3 1/8 inch pipe up here coming out of the stove jack. We got the damper stove. This is basically the ideal 2-guy setup. You know, sleep 2 people over here on the liner, store your gear over here, use your wood stove, keep yourself warm. This is the perfect setup. So anyways, this is the Cimarron for you guys. Okay guys, so this is the Cimarron Light right here. So you can see it's a single door option. We don't have any other doors in there. I have some door screens here, kind of acting as like a sliding porch door. So think of it as like allowing you to ventilate it without letting bugs in as much. What we have here is our line lock and cordage stakeout loop. So as you see, this allows you to bring it up, or you can tighten it down to the ground, which is awesome. So, you know, when we go in here, this setup, the accessory I've chosen is the half liner, or the half nest, my bad. So this is gonna take up half the tent, ties in. It's pretty awesome setup, pretty ideal for if you're in buggy conditions. As you can see, there is a ton of space in here. I'm 6 foot tall, 170 pounds, and there's plenty of room for another guy in here. Super spacious. So this is an awesome setup. I super recommend it. Anyways, yeah, this is the Cimarron Light. Okay guys, so this is the Cimarron Ultralight. So this is our DCF material. I set it up as like bare minimalist because that's kind of how this tent is. Same kind of features of the other tents, but this one's just super light. It's the go-to if you're an ultralight backpacker or something like that. So anyways, come in here. To make it even lighter, I've gone with our trekking pole hitch here. So I got 2 trekking poles together. Pretty awesome setup here. Got the stove jack right here. It's kind of similar on the lights where the stove jack is here, kind of on the back where the other door would be. Anyways, this is an awesome tent. The material's super rad. Tons of space in there for 4 guys, 3 guys, you know, however much you'd want. And again, this has the stakeout loops that you can adjust height with. Anyways, so yeah, this is the Cimarron Ultralight, and it's an awesome tent. What I want to go over is kind of where the stove jack is in these tents. In the standard Cimarron, you're going to find it right here, kind of in between the 2 doors. It's in a pretty decent spot right next to the pole. It's about as ideal as you can get it in a 2-door tent like this. And then we're going to come over to the Cimarron Light / Ultralight. In these, it's going to be back where the other door used to be. The advantage of that is that it's kind of in more of a neutral spot in the tent, which kind of gives you just a hair bit more room when you're using it out in the woods on those hot tent backpacking trips, hot tent hunting trips. Another key feature to go over is on the Cimarron, the standard Cimarron, there's 2 guy out points. The 2 guy out points lie here and then on the exact opposite side. Another great thing to look at on the light and ultralight models is that you're going to have those same 2 guy out points, 1 and 2 on the other side, but you're also going to have a third, which is going to help with tent stability in the wind. Yeah, so those are kind of the main differences, just something to look at in between those 2 tents. So there are advantages and disadvantages of both. Anyways guys, thanks for watching. So this was a video on the Cimarron, Cimarron Light and Cimarron Ultralight. All awesome tents. They do great in any kind of condition. They're awesome. They have a ton of different accessories. You can basically make them to fit any kind of need you have. Anyways, if you guys have any questions on any of these setups or any of these styles of the Cimarron, just go ahead and send us an email or leave us a comment and we'll be happy to answer them for you. Have a great day.